YouTube as we talk about that. And we're live here on YouTube. So right here on this particular page, I have pinned Be Fresh. It is a yeast destroyer, odor eliminator, body splash. And I pinned that on my TikTok page, on my TikTok shop temporarily, just so that I could speak of it before I get started in the Inner Being Church while y'all tapping the screen for me. So Be Fresh, it is a shower splash. It has the alchemist oil, which is the world's most powerful antioxidant. It is full of vitamins B complex. Vitamin B, that's very important for those that have yeast and bacteria and candida and H. pylori overgrowth. And it is a splash that you put on your towel and you wash with it. The essential oils, the probiotics, the vitamin B, the magnesium inside of it, the alchemist oil inside of it allows it to penetrate in your skin. We often talk about the organs internally, but your skin is the largest organ on your body. Be Fresh is pH balanced for your skin. Those of you out there that are using Dr. Bronner's, that are using gain, what it not gain, oh Lord, please don't use gain. What the other one? Dial soaps that are using Irish Spring soaps. This is a word of caution. This is no coincidence that you came forth in this live. If you're using those things on your soap, this is most likely why your skin is the way it is, because those things are highly alkaline and they're messing with the top layer of your skin and pretty much destroying it. The skin is slightly acidic. And so you need soaps or body splashes that are slightly acidic to mimic that. Not only that, you need the proper oils that mimic the oils in your skin. You can't just strip it away and not replenish your skin. So there's vitamin E inside of this Be Fresh body splash. But the most important thing I want you to know is that when you're putting it on your body, it's absorbing inside of your body. Those Irish Spring soaps, those dial soaps, that black African soap, Dr. Bronner soap that you put in right here and put it in your groin area and put it around your neck. Well, baby, it's clogging up your lymphatic system because they're full of chemicals. Anytime you have something that's lathering, you love the illusion that you're getting squeaky clean, but that's lathering. That's lye right there. Lye is the active ingredient in oven cleaner. So we put an oven cleaner here. We put an oven cleaner in our reproductive area. We put an oven cleaner right here. All of these areas are where the lymphatic system is housed. If you've been following me, you better understand the lymphatic system as being a backup to the blood. That's where the trash goes. So if you put a bunch of lye in your lymphatic system, a bunch of chemicals that you call soap in your lymphatic system, don't be surprised if you have this ease and disharmony in the physical reality. Be Fresh, which is pinned right here, on my TikTok shop, is the exact thing, the correct thing for all blood types that you need to be penetrating your lymphatic system to clean it out. The lymphatic system needs to get rid of all of them chemicals, all of them acids, all of that calcium build up, that lactic acid build up. That the lymphatic system needs to be in a healthy balance so it can open up your adrenal glands that sit above your kidneys. So it can secrete all of these toxins out of your kidneys, release them through the kidneys so you can urinate them out your body. If you don't take care of your lymphatic system, don't wonder why you have high blood pressure, thick, tacky blood, the gout, irritable bowel syndrome, migraines, candida. Don't even question that because you never take out the trash. I created something led by Source Energy that will help you clean out your lymphatic system, and it is called Be Fresh. Be Fresh is a body splash, and it's also some people where, believe it or not, I am some of those people too. I use Be Fresh and Be Nourished at the same time. As Be Fresh cleans out the lymphatic system as a splash for me, then I put a little bit of the Be Nourished on after I use my Be Fresh, because they both work. One works for cleaning up the lymphatic system, getting rid of any yeast, the bacteria, candida, H. pylori, cleaning out the lymph and helping with your bowel movement. That's when it's Be Fresh. But then I want to lock in moisture that mimics my skin. Be Fresh has moisture inside of it as well. But I also use Be Nourished on top of Be Fresh to lock in moisture that mimics my skin, using oils that are highly beneficial for my blood type, for your blood type, for our blood type, because this goes inside hand in hand when it says in the biblical text to honor your mother and father so your days will be long. What you're really honoring is your bloodline, and you're taking care of your body as it pertains to being in this matrix. You're going after the things in the matrix that are highly beneficial for your blood type, and you are avoiding those that are not. If you want to do that and cause yourself a life that is harmonious and full of wellness instead of dis-ease and disharmony, Be Fresh is the way to go. I have other products available on my TikTok shop, but I just wanted to highlight that one today. And if you're on this here live and you want to find out more about any other of my products, you know what to do. I can't say what to do because I'm on a TikTok shop, but I'm about to get out of there. Everybody else gonna know what to do. So I'm about to get off the TikTok shop. Let's see. Let me see how to get, okay, delete that, get that. Okay. All right, I'm hopeful that that's gone. Okay, now back to my day ones. Hello, happy moon day. How y'all doing up in here? It's moon day. It's moon day. It's moon day. Let's see. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Church. Hey, Miss Grateful. Rita. Blue Diamond. Chevy. Hey, Nancy. How you doing, Nancy? We got a new church member over there in YouTube land, Miss Nancy. Y'all greeted Miss Nancy? That's a new name over there. That's a new name. Yeah, y'all know y'all got to greet the new members of the church. This is the Interbeing Church. We about to have church. We about to tell you something that your pastor never taught you. This is the Interbeing Church. So when I say Interbeing, we're coming from within, because life happens through you, not to you. We're not looking for things outside of ourselves. We're being accountable. We're no longer being a victim. We're being accountable for our energy. Yes, ma'am. How are you? I'm perfect. I am so perfect. Yes. So the Interbeing's mission is to illuminate the depths of your inner self, challenging your inner beliefs. You know, the ones that you done told yourself over and over, they became law, but they really ain't serving you. We challenging your inner beliefs in an effort to put you up to speed with who you really are. I'm drinking something hot. Well, I'm trying to drink something hot. Anybody have something hot today? Anybody have something hot today? Welcome. Miss Nancy. We got a Miss Nancy in the church. I say it like that because I grew up with a lady across the street named Miss Nancy. She was a little cafeteria lady at our school, Miss Nancy. She was the nicest little lady. Hey, Miss Nancy. Anybody had anything hot today? Hey, Royal, I see you, babe. Thank you for the hearts. Anybody had anything warm? You had tea, Rita. Anybody? We about to check in on health and wellness, something that we didn't do in the church too. Anybody had anything warm today to get their digestive system moving? Could I get some thumbs up on YouTube land? Yes, I'm drinking soursop tea right now. Whoa, she drinking something that could destroy the big C over there. Soursop tea, that's what I'm talking about. I love that. You had something, Razzie? Yes, you had something warm? Cassandra says yes. Okay. You know that those warm teas, you get in the habit of getting you some warm tea. Some warm tea once a day at least. Something warm to get that the small digestive system moving. Coffee. Okay, coffee is good if you're blood type A, Razzle. You blood type A. Everybody, no, don't you do that. Don't you drink no coffee in blood type O. Bees is but coffee is highly beneficial for blood type A. You a blood type A, Razzle? Ooh, it's hot, but it's good. Cassandra said green tea. Yeah, green tea. Yep. Nancy says, yep. Okay, good. Y'all on it. Today, you're not sure what your blood type is? Oh, you got to go to the website. Your next step is to go to the website. The red button at the top of the website says, how do I find out my blood type? It's only about $7 to $8. Come on, baby, get to know yourself, because getting to know yourself is getting to know God. That's what the Interbeing Church is all about. You got to know what's going on. Hey, Keith, I see you. Yeah, you think so? Okay, we got to know so. Anybody else that don't know your blood type, go to the website, saltoftheearthpub.org, and find out your blood type. Everything I talk about as it pertains to health and wellness is tailored toward blood type. And let us begin. Oh, we got 3,000 already. That's beautiful. What's going on over here? Could we get some likes over here? Can we get some taps on the screen? If you do the TikTok, could you tap the screen? Today's word of the day, we're going to be talking about faith without works is dead. Today is testimony time. And I want some interaction from y'all. Y'all said y'all was participating. Those of you that are new here on this particular live, that was Thursday. No, Friday. Friday, we did a manifestation exercise with drawing money to us. Today, I said I was going to circle back with testimony time, those that were able to physically count the money that we were imagining that we were counting. It was $600 total. It's testimony time. Is there one person that want to go first? Who drew the money? Who drew the money to them based upon the imaginary scene we had? Anybody? Anybody? Because I have a word, whether you drew the money or not. I just want to know if anybody want to go first before the word. And don't you be ashamed. I missed last week. You missed Cassandra? I'm going to make sure I go to the website. Yeah, you make sure you check it out. Hey, Charlie, anybody? It was Thursday evening? Oh, it was Thursday. Thank you for that, Rita. Anybody? Anybody want to go first with testimony time? Anybody? So nobody successfully counted $600 from Friday to today. Nobody? That's what we're saying? Blue Diamond said, I didn't receive the 600, but some unexpected money she did receive. Okay, that's beautiful. Anybody else received any unexpected money? I did the ritual, but I didn't draw it to be. My energy was way off. The first sentence was enough, Sage. Don't say that last sentence no more. Okay, let's okay. Your energy was right on time because you need to be here. Every last one of you who did it, I want you to be here. Don't you leave this here live, because this message today is for you. Don't you hold your head down. This message today is for you. Honestly, no. Okay? No. Okay? Tiaria says, honestly, no. Anybody else? They had 18 people. Anybody else? Didn't draw it yet. Okay, I like how they said. The Crystal said didn't. No, not yet. I like that. That's better. Sage, that's better. You hear how they said it? No, not yet. Sage said, I got some unexpected money, though. See there? Look at that. Beautiful. You missed last week. Anybody else over here? Just follow. Oh, thank you for following me, babe. I appreciate you. Anybody else? So I want you all, every last one of you, to give ear to this here message today. It is for you all, for us all, not you, me too, because life happens through me. Like, right? Getting in the habit. Oh, okay, you're getting in the habit of the green tea. Good for you. I'm still expecting. I love that for you. I love that. No, not at the moment. Okay, good. So, faith without works is dead. Remember how in the biblical text we would talk about faith without works, and works meaning, okay, you got to do something. Here in the inner being church, the doing of that something is you being in alignment. And we're not going to stop. It's duly noted that you asked and you shall receive. Everybody that asked received. You received that $600, but what happened is you created successfully some resistance between you receiving in your hand, right? And nothing is wrong with that. That happens every day. That happens so much every day in certain people's lives, but we're not going to stop manifesting because we talked about last week the law of use. Remember, I spoke to you about that. The reason why you successfully created that resistance is because you haven't been using your superpowers, right? Remember how I taught you about in the biblical text, the ones that had the talents? You know, the master that went to the servants, and he gave them talents, and one multiplied, or two of them multiplied their talents, and then the last one he decided to dig a hole and bury it. And that which he had, he wanted to give that little one back to the master. The master took that away and gave it to somebody else that prospered. Well, the law of use is useful in this area of your life so you could understand how to manipulate energy. So we're not going to stop. We're going to keep on manifesting, but we're going to put the money idea on the side, and we coming back. Just like you all said, not yet. You're going to get your money. You're going to count them $600 in your hand. You're going to do it. But we're going to keep on being master manifestors. It's like this here. Every last one of you are good at a certain area of manifesting than another. And I want you to find, and we're going to give different ideas to draw to us. And this way you're going to find that area that you're good at. And when you find that area that you're good at, that it flows to you effortlessly, I want you to begin to think about what the heck you did, how you felt, you know, when you thought about it, how much of flow. Because see, you now know now that money, drawing money, that's a little bit of resistant area in your life. So you got to find out that area where you don't have no resistance in it. And we're going to do it like this here. The next exercise, we're going to do an exercise every week moving forward. The next exercise that we're going to do is we're going to draw. We're going to do the same tool, human imagination. And we're going to imagine a bird. Somebody type a favorite color. What is your favorite color? Tell me in the comments. Anybody have a certain color? Let's see a color that we have most of, and so we could all be on the same accord. A color of a bird that you'd like to see, like, you know, what's common in your area? Maybe doves, I don't know, blue jays. What color? A nice little color. Blue. I love them blue. Ooh, I love them blue jays. I got a recording in my phone. I was just recording blue jays just now in the parking lot, y'all. Seriously. Blue. Okay. Blue. So blue jays. Are there blue jays in your area? Are there blue jays where you live? I know I never used to really see the blue jays in New Orleans. I used to see the little pigeons. The little pigeons. I'm sorry, but I don't really care for the pigeons ones as much. Oh, they barely? Okay. Okay, barely. See, that's fine. That's fine. Now I'm going to leave this one here up to you. Red, you like the red ones? Okay, good. So I'm going to leave this up to you as it pertains to the color of your bird. But we're going to all be in agreement that our bird is going to be sitting on a fence or a gate. Fence or gate only. You can use whatever is your favorite color. Fence or gate only. He's sitting on a fence or gate only. In your human imagination. He looks at you and then he flies away. That's the act. That's the imaginary act that you're going to be thinking about when you're drifting off to sleep this week. Seeing a bird. Now, you could see this bird in real life time. You can see this bird while you're watching TV on a TV show. You can see this bird, you know, on a game. I don't know if you play games or whatever. But the bird has to be on a fence or a gate and turn their eyes or face to the camera if it's on the TV, or to you if it's in real life, and then it flies away. That's it. I want you to drift to sleep this here week thinking of this here bird. I want you to wake up the next day the same way we did with the money and say, I will not see a bird sitting on the fence and then flying away. I will not. So we're using the positive, that you're affirming that a bird in your human imagination is a beautiful thing to look upon. They're graceful. I see a bird and you, oh, the little birdie, or whatever, however you feel. You drift to sleep thinking about that bird. And then the next day you say, I will not see a red or blue, whatever. I will not see a bird today sitting on a fence or a gate. You say that, and then you go about your business. And I want to show you how the difference between money and a bird. Now, see, money, a lot of y'all probably wanted that money, right? Can we be honest here? Come on, this is a teachable moment. Some of y'all probably really wanted to see you instantly manifest $600 cash in your hand, right? No, you didn't care about it. That's a lie. Come on now, energy don't lie. Because if you didn't care about it, everybody would have. Everybody would have. See, be real with yourself. There you go. If you didn't care about it, everybody would have came back here with $600. But you don't care about this bird. You might care a little bit. You might like birds, but you don't. The money kind of up here to kind of like you want to see this bird on this fence. And so this is a teachable moment. This is a teachable moment because now when you see this bird, oh, the bird. Now the bird free. Now you don't own the bird. You just saw it, it's free, and it's able to go. And you're like, dang, I manifested that thing. But as soon as you manifest this bird, what I want you to do is think about that $600 now. When you see the bird flying away, you go back into that human imagination while that energy is at its peak. And you think about that first exercise that we did, counting that $600, the $100 bills as you watch your bird fly. Because it is the same thing. It's the same tool that you're using, the same gift. It's just that you have resistance for that money and you have flow for the bird because you don't really care as much. Do y'all understand what I'm saying here? No resistance. You probably see a bird every darn day for the rest of the darn week of the color that you picked. Right? Right? You do? You see it? Yes. And this is teaching you. I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to sit, oh, woe is me, all of that foolery, becoming a victim because you didn't get the 600 that you had in your mind. None of that over here, not in the inner being church. It's time to abide by the law of use and fine tune the fact that you ain't been using your gift. That's why you ain't get your $600. You ain't been using your gift. So let's use your gift on something that you have least resistance for. So here we go to recap. Somebody says, how many times do we do this again? Blue Diamond Axe. So to recap, when we're drifting, when we drift off to sleep, we have an imaginary scene one time while we're drifting off to sleep of our bird. We're going to sleep, imagining our bird on a fence or on a gate. It looks at us in our direction, and then it gets off the fence or the gate and it flies away. Whatever color is your favorite color in your mind, you set the tone for your favorite color or kind of bird. We do that when we're drifting off to sleep because we're at 0 point energy. But ultimately, we're doing it 3 times because 2 other times throughout the day, we're thinking about our bird too. So totally 3 times we're having the imaginary scene. One time when we're drifting off to sleep, the other 2 times in a day, no matter, just randomly. But when we wake up, we're putting a sticky note on our mirror, in our car, or somewhere where we can see it that reads the opposite. I will not see a whatever color bird on a fence or a gate today. That's what you put on the sticky note so you can read it. So you can read that thing. I will not. And then you're going to read that thing for 3 times. And then you're going to go ahead about your business, just be in flow. Don't worry about the bird. Just like you wasn't supposed to be worried about that money. It's going to be easy for you to not worry about the bird, though. Because really and truly, your subconscious mind is really not worried about the bird. You see? Y'all getting this? I wasn't doing that the last time. Okay. Nonetheless, we're going to recircle because you're still going to get your $600. But when you see this little small acts like the bird come on the fence and just fly away, you could be like, oh, I was able to do it. Look, that's me. And you need to build that up because like I said, the law of use, you wasn't using your gift. And in the biblical text, they talk about this when they say faith without works. You got to work on this thing. If you're a master manifester, you don't wake up overnight. You got to become the student and learn your gifts. Again, faith without works. You want to be a master manifester, you got to put in work. This is work time. Faith without works is dead. You know how I go. But there's another scripture I want to remind you in the Inner Being Church of, is that the race is not given to the swift or the strong. You remember that one? But to he that endured to the end. See, if you would have counted your $600 in your hand like we were manifesting, that wouldn't have been like you ran and won a race. That wouldn't have been that you ran and run the race and you won. No, because yeah, you probably would have been good as it pertains to money. But then when we get to the exercise where we're going to be attracting people like relationships, and then probably nobody will look your way. The race is not given to the swift or the strong, but to he that endures to the end. So we got to make sure that every area of your life, you have the ability to draw. Why is it that you can draw a bird to you and you can't draw money? Why can you draw a bird, but you can't draw a relationship? Why can you draw a bird, but you can't draw the job of your dreams? And so we're going to cover every area of that. And you're going to be able to see where you have resistance in, where there's flow, and what you need to do about it. And so what I'm saying here is the idea that you still showed up today, even though you didn't physically count your money. I want to say congratulations to you. Because he that endured to the end, that's who the race is going to be given to. Don't try to ignore me because you haven't fine-tuned your gift. It's about he that endures to the end. Congratulations for showing up for you. You know you hadn't been using your gifts. You know you wasn't abiding by the law of use. So you just got to show up. Just keep on showing up and showing up and showing up. So here we are with a bird. How many of you all are excited about the bird? How many of you all think that you this gonna be the easy breezy one? Come on, be braggadocious about it. What do you think about this exercise? I want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear. You're so welcome, Lynetta. You're so welcome. I felt the energy of the money ritual, but I didn't receive it physically. I'm excited, Miss Grateful says. That's beautiful. I'm enduring to the end. I love that. I love that for you. I'm claiming the reward. That's what you got to do. You got to keep on at it. You can't quit. And you'll see on social media that some people just will really say, it ain't work out. I ain't doing that manifestation stuff no more. Baby, what the hell? Oh, so you're going to just go against the law of use. You ain't going to use your gift no kind of way. Well, you ain't going to never make it to the end. You ain't going to make it successfully to the end in all areas of your life. This takes work is what I want y'all to see. And some people are really, really good at money. Some people really, really, really good at money. I'm so excited. I'm excited because it's reaching me. Well, it's teaching me how to manifest that part. Hello, Tia Tia. Hey, Ashley. I see you, babe. Thank you. Because it's teaching you how to manifest. So here we are. And now this helps to teach you how the things that didn't work out for you in your journey help you manifest too. Let me share something with you. When I was, all things are working out always for your good. Like, right? Always. Even when you think, oh, why is me? Woe is me. Like I shared with you all, I went to a job one day that didn't, I had just got a degree and the company did a reorg and they put me, instead of me posting for a job, they placed me in construction where I didn't want to be. Got in construction and every day I would cry before I went into work. I wouldn't even put on makeup. Like, nah, I ain't putting nothing, no mascara on so I can look like a raccoon by the time I get up in the office because I know I'm gonna be crying. Lo and behold, I get there, and a counterpart, I used to have to share a room with a counterpart that didn't care for me. They had the big C, and I ain't being ugly, but people with the big C be at low frequency. I'm just calling it what it is, because energetically, spiritually, when you have this ease and this harmony there, then it has to show face in the physical reality. You know how that go. So you know this to be true. I ain't being ugly. The lady just brought forth that in her life because she was chaotic in her mind. Came to work itching, twitching, and being every day. And I had to sit up in the same room with this lady, and I'm like, Lord. And I was just, at this time in my journey, I was just learning about energy, like, right? I was just learning about energy, and I'm looking across from me, and I'm saying to myself, oh my. I'm sitting myself up here crying about going to work. But energetically, I must be on low frequency because I'm crying to go to work every day. And then I got to come and sit up in this office with this here lady here. This lady here is reminding me where I am. This lady here is a reflection of me. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I was still praying at this time. I was calling on everybody at this time. Could we just be honest? I was calling on everybody, Jesus, whoever. I knew something was there. I just didn't know what that something just was just yet. And so I was crying and praying. And I'm like, Lord, why? I just got my degree. I was so excited about getting the degree. I went back to school 2 times. I got 2 degrees, and you sending me to construction. Why, Lord? And one morning I just got tired of crying. I had posted for many, many jobs. One was my last job that I ended up getting before I retired. I was like, why, Lord? Why I got to deal with this foolishness every day? The lady would just start stuff every day. Oh my God, every day or something. But then I learned. This is how I learned how to really to fine tune my ability to be emotionally sound and in control, because I had to ignore foolishness and chaos every day and do my job. This is how I learned really and truly, how it taught me how to perfect my business, because I was dealing with somebody that probably wouldn't show up sometimes to work, probably didn't do their share of work, and it landed on me because I had the schedule that was conducive of, you know, without being too deep into who this person is. My schedule was conducive of all of the deliverables. I needed to make sure all of the deliverables were there on my scheduled dates, like, right? So I had to be the accountable one, right? And so hindsight is always 2020. It was like life was preparing me to be my own business owner, and I didn't know it. I gotta make sure the customer service, the shipping, receiving, the quality, everything is on point as a business owner. So all of this chaos I went through was purposeful. So I thought I wasn't able to manifest at that time, though, right? I felt like in that moment, I wasn't able to manifest the job that I really desired. And lo and behold, I would pass up my house. And I was the parent who was the second one to leave. And normally I was the parent that would, tend to my boys. I'd wake up earlier, and I couldn't even see my children off to school no more. And that took something from me. Then having to pass up the job I wanted to go a little bit further out to Timbuktu, to a place I didn't want to be. So I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. And every day I'm trying to post for jobs. They had the reorg going. So now friends and children and nieces and nephews of people getting jobs, and the regular people just getting displaced and getting fired, and all these things are going up. So it's really hard to post for a job. But here I am learning about energy, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I must not be a master manifester, like, oh, what? Okay, I'm trying. I know I'm gonna get out of this place. I know there's something greater for me. I know I can do this. Okay, I gotta get myself together here. Cause asking you receive. Okay, well, is this God telling me, okay, no? Okay, so if it's God telling me no, then okay, I can deal with the no. So, but just let it be plain as day. So what I do though, what I do because I really want to be in a position that I can help people. And I really want that competitive pay and salary. Like, right, I would think about this stuff here, and then, but I was creating resistance because I really, really wanted it so bad. Just get me up out of here. Just, oh my God, just get me out of here. Like, right, I'm sharing with y'all my resistance. And it wasn't until that day, I remember it like it was yesterday, when I was about to exit to that job. And I didn't have no makeup on. And instead of crying to God to move me, to give me my pay, and saying, why me, God? I put in the work, God. And instead of doing all that crazy stuff that day, I said, you know what? I talked to myself. I said, you know what? I'm not crying today. Today we just gonna go to work, and we just gonna love, and we just gonna find the good, and we just gonna put on our poker face, and we're gonna learn this thing called emotional stability here, and we just gonna have fun. We just gonna have fun. We gonna find the good. We just gonna find it. We're gonna share our gifts with them. They need to know. They need to know about health and wellness. They need to know about energy. They need to know about meditation. So we're gonna start doing that. And I just started positioning myself. And I got my poker face for my counterpart. Let me teach y'all, because some of y'all probably need to know this in one area of your life. I got my poker face for my counterpart. She was used to chaos, right? The big C lady. She was used to chaos. And I was coming out of my chaos. And the thing that I understood about energy is that I couldn't know you would not be with me always. I knew that if I elevated my frequency, she had to go. And so she would come at me with foolery. Let me teach you what I learned, because you might need this here. Let me teach you what I learned when dealing with my emotions. And I practiced this on this lady. I never had poker face, but this what I do now. When somebody tell me foolishness, like this lady was trying to get on my nerves every third day, this my face. Normally I'll be like, I would have that look like, I'm not in the mood. Don't play with me, But this is what I learned. I'm looking at myself on YouTube right now. This is what I learned. When somebody tell me something like 5, 4, 3, 2. You saw that? I sat in that office. It might seem funny. I laugh at this all the time. It might seem funny to you all, but I learned that you see right here, right here, how I'm kind of like contouring my cheeks, like bringing my mouth together, like almost like in the inside, it almost feels like I'm sucking on my tongue. I learned how to do that from there. I learned how to do that, and I learned how not to be that person that didn't have a poker face. So when I wanted to kind of like mean bug somebody, so what do you think we should do instead? Ooh, I learned that. See, everything is purposeful. When you can't manifest, you learning something about yourself. If you catching on to what I'm putting out right here, you learning something. Instead of looking at somebody like they was crazy and squinting up my eyebrows that way, I would extend them. Oh, really? That's interesting. Tell me more. I mean, they could be telling me all kind of bull crap. They could be trying to get underneath my skin, but I learned something in my dark moments of life. Are you kidding this here? Okay. Well, let's do it your way. Let's see how it goes. Do you get that in your moments when you can't manifest, in your moments when it feels like you want to cry, in those moments when they're pissing you off? You got to learn that. Because it's aching to you dealing or mastering them emotions. God damn it, I ain't get the $600. You mad? You gonna look mad? You gonna feel mad? No, you're not. You gonna, well, it didn't work out this time. I look forward to seeing the bird. See, that helps you. In all of your getting, every situation that you face, get an understanding of why you went through that hell. It was the making of God, baby. That's a skill that I learned, that I use to this day on difficult people or difficult situations, or better yet, when I just need to fix myself. When I need to tell myself, you know what? Things are always working out for you. That's a skill. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for that lady calling in. I'm thankful for her chaos because her chaos helps me with my business day in and day out. Do you think that I'd have nothing to do since I'm retired? If I would tell you all the things I do within a day, y'all be like, dang, and she still come on here. The orders on the TikTok shop, my orders from my website, designing newsletters, creating retreats, being a mother, being a lover, being a friend, being a daughter, being on my Facebook group, being on other platforms. It's just like everything be pulling me, but I could. Hello. I am God is just be, and I help people with wellness. That's where I get that from when I was dealing with difficult people, baby. So everything that you're going through, even them setbacks, what I'm trying to tell you that set ups and fade without work. That was my work right there. That was me putting in some time with the law of use. I had to fine tune my gift. I had to know that all things, even them things, was working out for my greater good. So that means you can't give up. No. I would have never got to this season in my life if I would have gave up. I would have never got to this season in my life if I would have went hand in hand with that lady. But I left that lady behind. And that day that I was in the yard doing a team building exercise with the linemen, in one of the VPs called me on my cell phone. I got a place I want to put you. I just looked around and I knew what I was doing because I was purposeful in my doing it. I just didn't know when I was going to trump that low frequency energy or that resistance from my manifestation. I didn't know when the day was going to come. But when I got on that phone, I knew, oh, this is the day. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. I will rejoice. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Now here I am, the job that I hated. I'm outside. Team building exercise with the linemen. We playing football. We were blindfolded with water exercise, trying to put water in the cup. We're doing all kinds of things with the bean bag and basketball and everything. I designed because I was finding my happy. God damn it, I will not let go of my manifestation till you bless me. In that very moment, I was Jacob. I was wrestling with God. And I seen God face to face and I lived. And so here's the VP. I have a job for you. And I said, what? Oh, man. And I was just starting to have fun. That's what my reply was. Oh, man. I got to leave now. I was just starting to have fun. The job that I hated. the position I didn't want to open up to. But I opened up and I left them with something, a piece of me. I stood up there and I began to speak with them even when I was nervous. I spoke with them in morning sunrise, 6 o'clock in the morning. I was teaching linemen how to eat right. I was teaching them where to get beneficial protein from. I was teaching them how to hug themselves and tell themselves that they are providers, that they are hard workers, and that they could be or do or have anything that they put their mind to. Grown men with hard hats, steel-toe boots. I was giving them a piece of me. I gave them all that I had. Because I knew one thing about me that was going to make me feel good. This is why I know this works, because it's alignment and this is why I know and tell you all the time how you feel matters. Because your thoughts in your heart is where the electromagnetic form of energy comes from. So that day after the VP called, I get reminded to you that I had to pass the corporate building that I wanted to be in because I was out here. Far away from home, from my children, from my desire, from my manifestation. That way on the way home, for the first time, when I was on the Greater New Orleans Bridge, I looked at that corporate building. And I said, I'm coming. I'm coming. I got the call today. I'm coming. You see what I'm trying to teach you about manifestation? If I would have gave up and went head to head with that lady and would have just been a little bitter, miserable employee all the days of my life, I'll still be there right now. I wouldn't have went into early retirement because then guess what? I got to corporate America and I was like, okay, I made it. I made it here. And then guess what? Well, you know what? When I started thinking about something else, because it's always going to be more that you're going to always want. Well, you know what? When I was 12 years old, I said that I wanted to retire when I became 40, and it's about that time. And I said to myself, let's do it. Let's retire. That's next. And here I am. If I would have created resistance with retirement, I wouldn't be here talking to you because it's 5:00. I would be in traffic somewhere. The race is never given, never ever, to that so-called swift or that so-called strong. It's going to be always given to that one that endures to the end. Don't you ever give up on your manifestations. Look at everything in your journey as if, this about to make me greater. Oh, she don't like me. Oh, she not helping me with this job. Oh, too much is given, much is required. That means something down the line gonna require a lot from me. This here, what I do today in my day-to-day operations, it requires a lot from me. It requires a lot for me. I have to have hands-on attention to all the things that I do. Well, counterpart help me, or my assistants help me, but I gotta know the ins and out of this business over here. Kind of like back then when I was dealing with the difficult people that wasn't helping me. It was always a setup. Are y'all getting this message today? Because this is a word to your soul to edify your church of your becoming state of being. You're gonna get them $600 and more, baby, but you can't give up. And this way, when you get it, you're going to best understand, so when I attracted the bird to me, I really didn't care as much. So what God is just saying is, I got to let go of all that resistance and be in the flow and just feel that kind of way, like, the bird is going to come. Just like that. Like, yeah, I know the money's going to come. Is that what God is was trying to get me to figure out? Yeah. Oh, wait, is God just trying to tell me that, I gotta just learn how to outlive the season? Is that what she said? Yeah, that's all. Because your season gonna come. Outlasting them seasons. Kind of like in the church when they used to sing, I'm so glad. Remember that? Trouble don't last always. Your season gonna come. Your $600 coming. I'm so glad. Trouble don't last always. Yeah, your bird coming. Your season coming with your money. Everything that you ever thought coming. I'm just trying to fine tune it so you can see what flow feel like. So the bird exercise is next. I'm never giving up on mine, never going back. Y'all got that? Also manipulating resistance. Flow with it. That's what I'm asking you to do. I'm mastering my emotions. You got to get to that place of mastering your emotions. So that's why I was telling who that was, Sage, early in that higher up comment. Okay, be easy with that second part of that sentence. Don't never, ever, ever beat yourself up over the manifestations that didn't come in the flow in the time that you saw fit, because it's still gonna come. If you beat yourself up over or kick the dust or whatever, kick rocks, however they call it, then that really just delays the process. Like, okay. Now see, look, I done told y'all something. Now when somebody come up here with something crazy, y'all gonna be looking at my teeth. Okay. Y'all gonna know. But I want you to know. And matter of fact, I want you to use that if you have to. Okay. Suck that shit up. Suck that. This is your way of sucking. Okay. Okay. Now y'all gonna know, because this is true. I'm sharing my life with you. Y'all gonna know when I'm sucking something up. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate you. You gonna know. And I want you to know. Because I want you to see this in real time. You know, this social media world is like fake it till you make it kind of stuff. I want you to see it. And I know you all are observing me, especially them blood type A's. I know you're sitting there and watching everything that I do. I want you to watch and I want you to learn and I want you to master yourself and I want you to manipulate energy. I want you to be a master at it. Okay. That's how you suck it up. And you just flow because them energy that aren't serving you. This is how you begin to really be able to manipulate energy and get instant manifestation when you aren't having all of that wobble. Oh man, dang, I thought I was gonna have it and all this here, that's energy that's pushing everything that you just desired away. But when you do like that, okay, well, we're gonna try it again. Shut your mouth. In a biblical text, it says, if you're, in so many words, it was saying, if your arm or your hand defiles you, cut it off. Right? Cut it off. So energetically, esoterically, what that's saying to you, if them emotions is the reason why your ass is wobbling in your physical reality, cut it off. Shut your mouth up. Do what it takes to get you in alignment. Neutral and above. All of that tear, crying, rolling over the floor, temper tantrum, little girl, little boy stuff. Cut it off. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I behaved like a child. But when I became neutral and above, I put away them childish things. Okay. Is there anybody out there that understand what I'm saying to you? Cut that shit off. However, which your way, cut that shit off. It is not serving you. You cannot serve two masters. Either you're going to cut it off or you're going to keep it on and you will never get the desires of your heart. They're the ones that you really want. You're going to keep on getting your chaos though. Cut it off. Cut it off. The race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but to he that endures to the end. Okay? It's offering time. Y'all tap that screen up in here. It's offering time. And the doors of the church are open at the same time. I am Goddess Just Be, and this is the Inner Being Church. And our mission is to illuminate the depths of your inner self, challenging your beliefs, the ones that ain't serving you anyway, and putting you up to speed with who you really are. Thank you for the offer, and thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. If you want to join the Inner Being Church, you will go to saltoftheearthpub.org. That's my website, saltoftheearthpub.org. And when you're there, all you have to do is wait 3 to 5 seconds and you'll see a pop-up. Enter your name and your email address, and then you'll begin to get the newsletters that I send out to my supporters. And these newsletters teach you about connecting to your blood type. They teach you about energy work. They tell you sometimes when I go live and when there's certain things happening energetically that's pulsating toward your body, you know, because I keep up with the big eclipse, the big portals, the big transformations of energy. And I send out emails just to kind of like teach you about those things. I also, on the top of my website, have a gray bar where you can do a tip jar, where you can donate to me for my time, my energy, my lessons, teaching you all about your body, about your health and wellness. You can do that on my website, or you can do that here at Cash App, Goddess Just Be. Either one. Thank you all for the offers. I really appreciate every last one of you. Either one, you choose fit. But my Cash App is Goddess Just Be. But if you do it on the website, that'll be via a credit card, payment, or into the tip jar. Cash App, Goddess Just Be. I'm so thankful for each and every last one of you. Wait, I'm trying to get to the names, but I can't get to there. Let me take it out of this cover because I can't get to the darn people, to the people name. Why I can't? Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go. Finally. Finally. Thank you for the offer. And I appreciate every last one of you who were able to give. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate every last one of you that shared the live. Let's see who we got here today. Sage, Shayla, Yamasave, Miss Sue, Keith. Thank you, Tanji. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kid and Rose. Thank you, everybody that gave today. Everybody that shared the live. Everybody that tapped the screen. Now, homework. Homework. Homework is the bird exercise. Don't give up on you. That's your homework. You manipulating energy with them birds. So you have the power to draw the bird to you, look upon you, and fly away. That's you manipulating energy. And be serious about this. I know money versus bird is different levels of wanting, but you're teaching yourself, you're showing yourself something. And I want you to pay attention to how you feel when you see it. Pay attention to how you feel when you're drifting to sleep saying or drawing this bird to you. Pay attention to how you feel when you are reading your sticky note. I will not see a bird on a fence or a gate. Pay attention to how you feel because it's going to be a different notice. That thank you for the offer. Notice it's going to be a different feeling from what you felt with the money. And I want you, oh, thank you, Philip. I appreciate you, babe. And I want you to see what the difference is. Because see, when you fine tune the things that you were trying to manifest like this and do a comparison, then you'll know, oh yeah, my heart was kind of beating with the money. But my heart wasn't beating at all with the bird. I went to bed. I had dreams about birds. They had about 50 birds on the fence. Man, all of them just turned around at one time and looked at me. And it was kind of scary and overwhelming, but birds was everywhere. Oh my God, the birds. How do I get these birds to go away, goddess? You see what I'm saying? It'll turn into something like that when you in flow. And that same way that you could attract all them birds, it's the very same way you could attract a whole bunch of money. You got to fine tune it. You got to dissect that thing and figure yourself out. This is getting to know yourself, y'all. Yeah, it's for 3 days again. For 3 days again. Yes, Cassandra, 3 days again. It's coming. It's here. Yes, it is. That's how I felt. I was like, okay, what I manifested didn't come yet. Cool. Tap in and turn up the volume. For real, just turn it up. You remind me of myself. Such the stories. Oh, okay. Yeah, but that story helped me to get here. And that's why I want to share the so-called downs of my journey. They know those were my setups, and I'm proud of them. And to that lady, if that lady following, thank you. If she would see this video or somebody share this video to her to be messing with her, because some of my old coworkers probably know exactly who I'm talking about. Show her this part. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because where you were going in your life, I needed you. You were my reflection, who I needed at that time to get myself right. To all of the so-called managers, when I posted for jobs during that season, that didn't pick me to get up out of that reorg, even though I was agreed. Thank you so much for telling me no. Thank you so much, because I really didn't belong there. I didn't belong there. This is my family. This is my church. This is what life was preparing me for. I wanted to be this business owner, the one of my own. I wanted to be able to have my time and experience this thing called freedom at my own time, at my own expense, to take vacations whenever I want to take vacation, show up whenever I want to show up. But most importantly, I wanted to every day of my life wake up and do something that I was really, really passionate about, something that I really, really love to do, and that was really, really able to turn around and help mankind with. So I thank you. I salute you. And from the bottom of my heart, I love you, and hold no guilt. No guilt, no shame about where I'm going in my life, baby. You are forgiven because you were purposeful, and I love you with the love of God. Okay? Show them that part with your messy ass if you over here trying to be messy. All right? 600 and so much more. Yes. I'm never giving up. Yes, exactly. Every time I got fired, it was a blessing. Yes, you wasn't supposed to be there. Thank you. I never got fired before, but thank you for whatever. When you talked about me, whatever, when you thought that I was too much, yeah, I did. I thought I was the universe. You picked it up, huh? When you saw greatness in me, oh, thank you, because I didn't see it all the way back then, but boy, do I see it now. You got to remember those kind of things. You got to remember that kind of stuff. Hey, Kim. Hey. Divine, Alexander. Yes, gratitude is the attitude. I'm thankful. I have no ill feelings toward nobody from any job that I ever been on. Got it. All right. All right. Anything else? Any other questions about this here manifestation tool? Anybody else have a question? Falling upward. You got that right. For even the relationships that didn't serve you, whatever. It brought a skill out of your butt that you needed for your next season. So what? All of that. Yes. All right. Well, we're about to pray. We're about to get up out of here. Source energy. Indeed. Source energy, God, infinite intelligence. I feel so thankful for everyone that is here on these lives. I feel so thankful that my story, all of my setups are so purposeful now. I'm hopeful that each and every last one of them can see how purposeful their story is, their setup is, the stumbling blocks right now, even the ones that didn't count in their physical hands, their money. I'm hopeful that they'll see that, wait, there's a little bit more you need to understand about this manifestation thing. I gotta tell you no. I gotta hold off on giving you just right now. I hope they understand that they're telling themselves no, not right now. Because when we get it, we want to have it and be done with it. When we get it, we want to have it and be good at it in every area of our life. Source energy. Allow each and every last one of them to be easy on themselves. Some of them are easily drawn to forgive a boyfriend, a lover, a girlfriend. But on this day, teach them how to forgive themselves, how to love on themselves. And love truly is understanding in a season with themselves. That they're not just yet ready. They're not just quite in alignment just yet. Teach them that. Teach them that it's okay to not be there because it is about the journey of getting there, source energy. Now that you have taught them that each and every day, each and every thought, each and every step, bring them closer to alignment, closer to all of the desires of their heart, and echo in their soul and their expansion forevermore. That the race will never be given to the swift or the strong, but it shall be given to you because you shall endure to the end, to the end, to the end. Type that in the comments, to the end, knowing that you are an eternal being to the end. Type that in the comment, to the end, knowing that you are immortal and we never finish, to the end. So knowing what you're knowing of yourself, to the end, to the end. So what you're really saying is it's eternal, to the end, because there is no end, to the end. You got this race, to the end. You are the race, to the end. You are the shoes, to the end. You are the jogger, to the end. You are the win, to the end. You are all that is, until the end. Woo! And I bless you. Take a deep breath in. And blow it out. Don't you ever stop running this race. Take a deep breath in. And blow it out. This is what you came for it to do. Take a deep breath in. Last one. And blow it out. Because you are a master manipulator of energy. And this video was from my heart to yours. Y'all be blessed. And y'all, I'll normally be like, don't be using my stuff, but please, if you have to, use my stuff. Use my stuff to suck it up. If you have to make your face, suck that stuff up to the end. Be blessed, babe. Okay, bye. Yes.